Hi guys, come on in. I didn't realize that I was going to be such a beautiful sponsor for Reebok, but hello everyone, I'm Danielle Mercurio and I wear Reebok apparel. It satisfies my bodily needs to stay warm, comfortable, and cozy. So come on in, we're going to get a few more people in before I start. For those of you that are watching it via replay, all you got to do is share this out so you're not sitting here listening to me saying hold on tight and you've got something to do with yourself. So go ahead and share this out to your profile page. If you have a Facebook group and they think I'm helpful, share it out to them because we're all in this together, right? There's no competition, just different resources and ways to think about things and love. So hello darlings, come. Okay, you're here, let's do this. So I posted yesterday on in the Instagram and then I posted it over here, this idea of manifesting and do we have it right? Is it as powerful as we think it is? Or is it all a hoax? You know, like I posted, if vision boards were real, I'd be married to Leonardo DiCaprio right now. And I don't say that in the extreme sense. I don't want to write off the law of attraction. I don't want to write off manifesting because they are all really beautiful tools that we can use on a spiritual path. But there are some misunderstandings around it, and it's causing some blame. It's causing some guilt. It's causing a lot of self-doubt. How many of you have looked into the law of attraction? Law of attraction is essentially if you can feel something, if you can embody it, if you can be in the energetic state of what it is that you want, you will call it right into you. Okay, that's the principle of the law of attraction in a nutshell, or a walnut. I don't really understand that saying, but essentially, right? How many of you have taken on this theory, done it, and then didn't have results or nothing happened? Because I'm someone that is guilty of that. I'm someone that, you know, when I first learned about the law of attraction a few years ago, I was like, oh my God, this is what's going to save my life, essentially. This is what's going to allow me to do everything that I want to do. This is what's going to allow me to be abundant and make money and do things I love. That's why I was so excited about the law of attraction when I first read it. But I didn't use it responsibly. Okay, so when I first learned about this idea of you have to get into the energetic space to call in what you want, I was not taking it responsibly. I was just winging it. I was like, oh my God, this is what I want. If I believe it enough, it'll happen. But here's the thing. I had a lot of desperate energy attached to what I wanted because I was in the space of wanting to control so badly. I wanted it to happen in my way so precisely that the desperation and the neediness was repelling anything from coming to me because I wasn't allowing it to be easy. And I think sometimes we forget that step when we're doing the law of attraction, when we're calling things in. We forget that we have to actually let go and let it be easy, okay? So, you know, I use the example, like I said, of you know, Leonardo DiCaprio. When I was little, I would, or younger rather, I would cut out pictures of him and all the other teeny bopper Tiger Beat people, and I would put them up on my wall. I put them on my desk. I had one on my door. I used to give Leonardo a kiss on that one on the door when I was leaving for the day. It was very romantic that he would kiss me goodbye and hello. It's and then I wonder why I have issues with my dating life now. So anyway, I loved him, right? And I was like, he's the one for me. He's perfect. He's cute. He's sweet. He's all of these things. And so I was fantasizing about him. And because of my fantasies, there was a part of me that really believed this was the one for me. But the universe knew, like, Danielle, Leonardo DiCaprio is not the one for you. First of all, he's like 20 years older than you, and like you're like 13. Like, this is kind of scandalous. He's not gonna, you know, put himself in that kind of position. And also, it's supposed to be more of, he is a type of man that I could see myself with, right? He embodies X, Y, and Z, which clearly I'm attracted to. Clearly they're creating a spark in me. Clearly they're creating an obsession of some kind. So there's something about this Leonardo DiCaprio figure that I am drawn to for some reason. That does not mean Leonardo DiCaprio is my man or is my person that I'm supposed to be with. He is a model for perhaps what I could be calling in. We get so fixated on people that we don't know. We get fixated on them originally because they're supposed to be clues. They're supposed to be insights into what you may like. What is it that you like about that person? For me, I could have just looked a little deeper. What did I like about Leonardo DiCaprio? Well, really what I liked is how he acted in Romeo and Juliet. So let's get even further here. I didn't even like Leonardo DiCaprio. I just liked Romeo, okay? So what was it about Romeo that I liked? Well, I liked that he was sensitive and sweet and would do anything for his woman, Claire Danes, and he looked good without a shirt on, right? Like, I loved those things. Now, I can look at my life, adult life now, and I still love those things in a man. I like a man that doesn't have a shirt on. I like a man that's sweet and sensitive and will do anything for his lady. Okay? So it's opening me up a little bit more, right? And Carrie, you're so sweet. And so what we want to look at is that it's not always about that person in particular. It's about what they embody and what that means to you, and being open to things outside of that. How many of you have had a crush on someone or liked someone and you started dating them and they turned out to be either a jerk or not what you thought, or you were really let down, right? Has anyone been guilty of that, where they manifested the person that they wanted, but then it turned out not to work out? And you know, that's why some people stay stuck in relationships even because they call that person in and they're like, oh my God, it's a sign. I wanted this person and now they're with me. But if it doesn't work out, if you guys aren't compatible, you hold on because you were like, well, it was a sign that he's with me, or yes, we fall in love with the fantasy, or you know, the universe brought him to me, so therefore I better hold on and we'll just make this work, or we'll make it work with her, right? Not just saying men, right? Women as well, whatever your attraction is. And so sometimes the universe sends us things, or sometimes we manifest things that are meant to teach us lessons, and then we move on. Okay, so maybe you did call in your crush, or maybe you did call in that person. Maybe they were supposed to teach you things about what you want for the next person. Maybe they were here to teach you things that you needed to shift within yourself to understand what you needed to do for the next person that's coming around. Not everything we manifest has to always be so literal. Right? Just because you got a sign, or you got a hit, or you got a connection with something that you want doesn't mean that you have to always hold on to it either. Okay, so we want to look at it from that perspective too. I recently dated someone and he seemed to embody everything that I wanted in someone, but we just weren't clicking. We weren't matching. It wasn't moving forward. And I was so confused because all the signs were pointing to him, but it wasn't that. Were all the signs pointing to him? Yes. But all the signs were pointing to him in a sense of how can he help prepare me for the next person? And I have to accept that. And that's me losing control a little bit and letting it be a little bit easier so I can learn what I need to learn, be okay with what's happening in this situation so that the next thing can line up, okay? So when it comes to manifesting, we can call in a lot of beautiful things in our life, but we don't always want to be so literal because we don't actually know if the literal thing that we're manifesting is the thing that is meant to stay. So in my case, calling in Leonardo DiCaprio, who knows? There's still hope out there. I don't know if he's single or not. I live in LA now, so we're a little bit closer to each other. But we want to look at it from the perspective of, okay, there's something about this person, this job, this idea I have. There's something about it. There's something that I'm obsessing over. There's something that's making me buzz and making me really excited. Okay, so I'm going to listen to that and I'm going to focus on that. And I'm going to look at what are the qualities of this situation or this person or this idea that I'm kind of obsessed about right now. And it's okay to be a little bit obsessed because when we get a good idea or we see that cute person or we're attracted to something, right? It's called the law of attraction. When we get an intuitive hit where we are attracted, we become a little obsessed because it feels good. There's endorphins, there's possibility. And so we become obsessed with the possibility of what it could be. And so we want it. But what would happen if we didn't become so obsessed with the actual literal thing that we wanted and we became more obsessed with the possibility? Because if we become obsessed with the possibility, it gives us more space and it gives us more options as opposed to becoming obsessed with the literal one thing. When we're on a one-track mind, in some ways it's really great because we're focused, we're moving ahead, but we're not seeing anything else. Okay, try doing the focus thing, the one-track mind. And if it works for you and you get what you want, beautiful. If it's not working, then that means you need to be open to more possibilities. Okay, and we don't want to be hard on ourselves either. When things don't work out, we get really hard. We feel like we did something wrong, or we wanted something and it didn't happen. We didn't call it in. We put blame on ourselves. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe the universe isn't listening. Maybe I'm not getting my energy on board. Maybe it just wasn't the right fit. Maybe what we thought was really just bringing us to something else, okay? It's okay to have these ideas and these things that we want to do with our life, and it's okay for them not to work out, all right? I want you to realize that it's okay for the things that you want not to work out, because sometimes that's going to happen. Instead of the things that aren't working out, you fight and you push and you manipulate to try to make them work. That doesn't feel good. But I understand that because sometimes we get into a space where we don't know what else to do, and we feel lost, and we feel trapped, and we've told everybody about this thing or this person, right? How many of you started dating someone, you're like, I met the one, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, and then you start to realize it's not working out, and there's this shame and this embarrassment of, I thought this was it, and I was so excited, and I thought it finally was happening to me. Or with a career, you know, when I first started out, I was telling her when I was a life coach, and I left my corporate job, and it wasn't working out. It wasn't working out. And it was really hard for me to have to admit that. And there was a lot of shame attached to the fact that here I was with this idea that I was really obsessed with, but it wasn't working out. And so I had to surrender and go back to a corporate job so that I could get on board with how could I make this work again, but in a different way. And so I realized that this time around I was going to come out again as a life coach, but using tools like astrology, meditation, all these different faucets, right? Because if I became so obsessed with being a life coach in the way that I thought everybody else wanted me to be a life coach, of course it wasn't going to work out. So I had to surrender, be a little embarrassed, be a little ashamed, because that's part of it. And then from there, get on board with the fact of, okay, this time around, I'm going to try to do it in a way that feels more right to me and see what could happen. So there's a lot of layers to all of this, but what I really ultimately am trying to stress is when we have an idea, when there's something that we're attracted to, explore it. Be curious. See how there are possibilities and how you can kind of be on a two-track wavelength with it all, right? There's a way for you to continue to explore it, plant the seeds, while also being open to the way that it might grow and blossom and looking around you as well. Some people and opportunities that are presented to us in our life, they're not always presented to us in a way that they're meant to stay, but they're meant to teach us what the next level is. So if you feel like something has come into your life, but it's feeling a little weird or it's feeling like it's not meant to stay, let it go. Let it go so you can be open to the next thing. And that's really what this full moon is all about. We have a full moon happening tomorrow at 7:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Leo. It's exciting because it's paired with an eclipse. There's a lot of other things going on. If you go to my Dream Makers group, we're going to talk more about it tomorrow. But with this full moon eclipse in Leo, we haven't had an eclipse in Leo in a couple of years. This is bringing forth this new idea of, my doubts don't serve me anymore. My doubts are blocking what it is that I'm manifesting. There are so many things that you are manifesting, but you don't even realize because the wall is up. The wall is up because you're afraid. The wall is up because you're worried about what other people are thinking. The wall is up because I already told everybody that I'm doing this thing, and actually I don't want to do this thing anymore. Or the wall is up because I told everybody that I'm dating this person, but it's not working out. The things that aren't working in your life right now, it's okay. It's okay to let them go. It's okay to be a little ashamed, but it's also okay to move on and to move forward. And so this full moon is bringing us everything that we're capable of, everything that we should be having, and you need to be in full acceptance of that. You need to be in full ownership of the things that aren't working in your life so the ones that really are meant to can. And it's time to get honest about that. It's time to get honest about the fact that you're tired of your fears. It's time to get honest about the fact that you have been blocking the things that you really desire. It's time to get honest about the fact that you've been sabotaging. And it's time for you to really look at them in the face and say, no more. This is ridiculous. This is silly. Why am I doubting that I can be taken care of? Why am I doubting that I can have what I want? Why am I not believing in something greater? Because I came up with something greater. I came up with all these beautiful ideas for my life. So why aren't I believing that they're possible? Because I'm giving too much attention to the outside world to tell me so. And it's not about that. It's not about that at all. You want to manifest, you want to call good things into your life, you've got to believe it. You've got to be accepting of it. You can't just get on board with the energy of asking. That's what I was doing before when I first found the law of attraction. I was in the energetic state of asking. And I was like, oh my God, please give me this. Please give me this much money. Please give me this many clients. I want it and I know I'm good at it, so I should have it. Isn't that the law of attraction? No, that's being a beggar. That's being needy. That's being desperate. Okay? I had to get into the space of, I don't care what happens to me because I know so much. I know so deep down that I am here to serve, that I am here to help people, that I have a message that moves through me that I share with the world. I am in full acceptance of that. I am in full acceptance that sometimes it feels a little vulnerable. It feels a little scary. Sometimes I don't know what people are going to think of me. You know? It's scary to put myself out there, but I don't care because I know I am in full acceptance that this is my role. This is my role that I have to play in the world, and I'm going to freaking do it. And I'm going to show up, and I'm going to show up big because that's how I have to do it. I know there's a greatness inside of me, so I have to show up with that greatness. And then I manifest really epic stuff. Then I get the clients, the money, whatever it is that I need. Because I'm showing up in that energy. There's nothing needy around wanting to be of service in a great way. There's nothing desperate about wanting to use your gifts to serve the world. And that's the energy that we need to be in. And being in the space where you're willing to be embarrassed. You're willing to do what it takes. You're willing to go back to your job if you have to. You're willing to break up with that person because you need to. That is manifesting. That is being in the source of your truth and moving forward from that space. It's not cutting out a picture and putting it on your wall and saying, look, universe, I want that. Bring it to me. You are not a beggar. You are a giver. You are someone that is of service. And from being in that service, you will be adorned. You will be admired. There you will get everything you need. But first you've got to show up in a big way. First you've got to accept your greatness. First you've got to say, fuck the blocks. Because the blocks are fucking me. And I'm tired of it. No more. No more. And that's how you become a teacher. And that is how you allow yourself to be in the greatness of who you are, what it is that you want, and allow it to come to you. And yeah. So that's what came through me for all of that. If you want to know, I actually did, I think it's premiering tomorrow. I did a health summit with Katie Henry, and she does a video chat with me a little bit more about manifesting and my mishaps and a little bit of my backstory about what I was talking about the times that I failed very greatly. I'm going to put the link on here. It's free, and I think it debuts tomorrow, so it's like a video chat if you're into it. Yeah, fuck the blocks, because the blocks are fucking you, so no more. So anyway, I'll put the link to that. It's free. I want to say it's like a half an hour maybe video of us riffing more about this topic and me kind of being interviewed about it. So I'll put the link so you can check that out. And just continue to surround yourself with support right now with this full moon, because it is really boldly asking us to step up. Make sure you have support around you that gets it, that's like-minded, and that you don't feel like you have to explain anything to. It's really important. You know, my group Dream Makers use that as a resource if you don't have anything else. And congratulations, this is my most commented live video yet. Thank you, Facebook. I manifested that. I didn't even know I wanted to manifest that, but now that I have, it feels really good to have a highly commented video. So yes, so have the support. Realize that you're in a space now where the universe is boldly asking you to step in your greatness. If you're feeling drained by this, you're still blocked. There's still resistance. So find the support you need to release that resistance to move it forward. The energy right now is not trying to sabotage you. It's not trying to knock you down. It's trying to ask you to rise up. It's your ego and your blocks that are trying to knock you down. Okay? And no more. Knock them right back. Okay? So thank you so much for watching this with me. Your energy was on fleek. You were inspiring me to share what you guys needed to know. So thank you. I love when you're with me live, and I love when you're watching me on replay too for my replayers. I'm going to put the link to that video on the Ultimate Health Summit so you can watch. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow. Oh, today's my half birthday, February 9th. I'm 33 and a half today. I always feel like oh my God, it's so exciting. Today's my half birthday. Tomorrow there's a full moon in Leo. It's good stuff. Check that out. Also, there's one more day to join Amanda's money manifesting course. So she's a great expert on manifesting as well and getting yourself in the energy, especially around money. If you join with my link, I'll post that too. You might be eligible to win this amazing shungite stone, which has been very blessed to be in my home. So I'll put the link for that also. And I'm also part of the Biz Woo School right now, where you can get a free Kundalini class from me. There's like all the things right now. I'll put a link for that too. Okay. So anyway, you want more ways to play Amanda's Money course, because if you do Amanda's Money course, you're going to get a 30-minute session with me to talk about your birth chart and where money and worth falls in, which is good. You might win this guy. Katie Henry's video health summit, where you can learn more about my manifesting faux pas and get a little bit more of my story of when I thought the law of attraction was going to build my coaching business and then it didn't, and I went back to corporate. And also Biz Woo School, they're having a free mastermind right now. You can get a free Kundalini class from me. So I'll post all the things so you can get more of me. And thank you. It feels good. I'm really excited to be 33 and a half. Halfway through my Jesus year. I'm rocking it. Get it? Oh boy. Okay. Have a beautiful day. For those of you that are snowed in, take advantage. Really, just sink into it. When you notice that you're feeling any resistance or anxiety or feeling drained, explore it. Why is this block fucking me right now? Fuck that block. Okay? All right. Have a beautiful day. Comment below and also share this out. Share this out if you feel like people will benefit from it. We're all in this together, and I adore you all. So thank you guys so much. Have a gorgeous Thursday, and I'll see you soon. Bye.